Friends, I just took a position on Yang. It's inverse of the China market. It's an ETF. Now the reason I did is this is high risk. I've never done this area, so it's wholly new to me. So I don't recommend following me on this one because I am totally new to the China markets, and it'll generally follow all the markets will follow the stock markets, right? They tend to generally follow them in general, right? Anyway, they can have divergence, we had because China said they had the you know what? I can't even mention that on the stock thing. You know what? Let's say the pandemic recovering last week note, right? Well, anyway, that's if I can't mention these words even when trying to trade this. It's gotten so bad. Anyway, the reason I did this is because there's two gaps, one here and then one here. Okay. Also, it's floating below the 20-day moving average, which is sitting right. What's the 20-day moving average? It's a 20. It's this purple one right here. This 1587. So we should see a retest back in there. So should be able to clear this position at a minimum at 15. But I think I'm looking for those gap fills. Okay, they should smack in there, right? We still have a little time. Got to be careful because I told you Santa Claus rally, so we expect a little pullback. It might be a good idea to sit in cash a few days after some of the settles, because like I said, the stock market's still looking for the Russell to come down a little bit more to fill the gap on the downside, right? What I like about this, a lot of volume in here. See this? A lot of volume. So what I don't like is it didn't have I told you have a doji where, it has a bottoming stick and comes back up like that. But, we didn't have a washout, which is a little concerning. We did have a little bit on that bar there, a little bit. It went to, I told you, low of the day. So you go in on that low of the day. I mean, the close. And you could have cleared that position the next day. It would have been shortly lived. You would have had to jump out soon there because there, right? So anyway, it's kind of flattening out though. See, it's kind of starting to do this. It can drop off again, but it looks like it's flattened out. So we'll look to see that come back up. I'm going to keep a real eye on that and keep it really close. Also on the MACD, you can see, remember I told you the purple, it's starting to turn up. It's starting to turn up on the blue crossing the orange. It's oversold, big time, oversold. See, we had a crossover here. Let's see what happened. Turned up here. So you bought in here, and then it turned up, and then it went sky. So I'm in on that sucker. See what happens. See how that. Hopefully that has some fruit to pick off the tree. And so what else we got on here? Oh, that's about it. Let's make that real short, quick on that. Oh, so here's the reason why I do this also. Is what you do is you scan the ETFs to see the market sectors to see who had the biggest run recently, right? And then you try to pick the other side of that. And I could not see anything else because we already hit the big ones. You remember Cold had the highest weekly return this week as well. It was like third position again, right? And that was the short of natural gas. But we rode the boil on the top side, so look at that wobble there. You can make the long, and that was the boil did not make it the top weekly, right? And it's probably done, like you said. It's probably worn out on that trade. Just move on. The risk reward is not there anymore for the natural gas, right? So we move on to this. All right. So that's what I said. So you scan that, you look for that, you look at the volume, see what's happening. Do a brief check in the news to see how long it's going to last. Like how long they're going to try to. The news is important, and only in the sense, I say ignore news, other than determining how long that theme, that narrative is going to run, right? And what's the possibility that they can change that narrative? How quickly? Because like the Fed, they can change the narratives daily, right? Boom. So be careful with things that, the Fed impacts everything, but they're on a certain market segment, or somebody's focused on something like the president or something like this, like oil or this, that, if they're focused on that segment, be very careful because that becomes very relevant too quickly. They can turn that thing and surprise you, right? So always keep that in the back of your mind, how long you're going to have to wait, but always read the charts first. Do that, right? And so I think the side again for that, give me this opportunity to do these trades and making this just a wonderful team effort, okay? And I hope it continue. I'm not always right, that's right. And we have free will, so, I'll do the best I can throwing, but the thing is they provide me these opportunities to do this, to engage in this free willness. Make sense? Kind of weird, right? Anyway, God bless and love you.